Hi, this is Scary Old Pappy, and in this segment I'd like to show you how to age skeletons and the product that I use to do it with. On the table in front of me, you're seeing a leg from a groundbreaker, probably about the cheapest one ever made. This is like a blow molded plastic. It's sold for under $5 different places. And this is a rat skeleton. Now this rat skeleton I think is really pretty cool. I actually bought this at a dollar store. And then the paint that I use for this is a gloss antique white. That's all that is. It's a bone colored white. You don't have to use Rust-Oleum. Anything that's a bone colored antique white, you can see how good it matches that. So what we're going to get started with is we're going to paint these, and then we're going to antique them or age them, whatever you want to call it. And that is what this segment's about. Now that I finished spray painting these bones with the glossy bone white, we're going to let them dry for 3 or 4 days, and then we'll apply the acrylic to give it that aged look, and you'll see how well it turned out. I think you'll be surprised with the mouse and even this funky leg thing, but you'll get an idea how to do aging for a lot easier than I've seen it done. Hi, this is Scary Old Pappy. It's been about 3 days now since I painted the rat skeleton and the leg. And so now it's time to go ahead and do that aging that I was talking about that you can use on almost anything that you want to use it for. So I'm going to show you what I'm using, and from then we're going to go ahead and do it. What you're going to need to do this project is a paintbrush. I chose a really cheap one from the dollar store so I can throw it away. That's my work apron so I don't get none of my beautiful t-shirts ruined. A rag to do the wiping. And this is the stuff, if you notice, it's my skeleton aging stuff. It's been around forever. This is a Studio Series acrylic. It's a water-based product, and we will be thinning it down with water. And don't forget your gloves. If you look in the jar, you can see I don't have much of this left. And that's because I will show you just how many skeletons I have aged with just this one little container. It's really great stuff. It's a water base, so we don't have to worry about cleanup. I'm going to take out about, this much, which is way too much, but I'm going to take it out anyway. We'll just for sake of demonstration, put the lid back on, and we're going to mix this up with some water till we got a little too much water in there, until we get the consistency that I want, which isn't very much. Remember, we're aging, we're not painting. I think I need a little more here. Okay. This dries rather quickly, so you want to make sure that you do what you want. And because it's water-based, if you do something and you don't like it, in most cases you can rinse it off. Now, in the earlier segment, when I painted this, I told you that I used gloss paint, and the reason is that if you use a flat color, this stuff will absorb right into it, and there's no getting it out. So, okay, got a pretty good mixture here. Whoops, almost got away from me. Okay, all right. Now then, let's start with the leg bone. And you're gonna Paint all this on like this. Okay, and remember, this is a really funky leg bone. I'm just doing this to show you just how nice it comes out. Just paint it on, see what it looks like there, huh? Pretty cool. And then we're going to wipe off the amount that we want wiped off. And again, this is a pretty poor example for a bone, but I thought it would be great. You can dab, you can wipe, and that's how it looks, huh? Not bad. A little more off of this, and that is it for that. So we'll let that sit in the sun. Over here. All right, now we're gonna go on to my favorite, the mouse. The rat. Mouse. Okay. And remember, this was one of them really cheap dollar store rats that are a copy of the real nice, expensive rats that we all see in the department stores and the Halloween places that are really nice and they cost lots of money. This one was $1, and I'm just showing you what you can do with very little money and the right products, what you can come up with. And this one is, got to get it painted all over like this and this. Okay, I'm doing this rather quickly. Get in here. Definitely the nose, the eyes, definitely the eyes. Okay. And I think this to me works a lot better than I've seen spray paints and I've seen other things. And I think this works out a lot better in the long run. You save a lot of money by doing it this way. And it's easier to do. And I think you get better results. And I will be showing you all of the ones that I have done in the past so that, you know, I've got some skeletons and of all kinds of stuff. And I'll put it out there and show you what that one little can of acrylic did. Okay, now I've got it all over. Okay, it's all over the place. Now, once again, we take the rag and we start wiping. And it just comes out fairly gorgeous. Doesn't take any, I missed a spot. Whole arm section, oh boy. If you don't like this, you can do it over. That's the beauty of this stuff. And I'm not wiping hard. I'm just kind of wiping off so that, see how I left the eye socket and the ear socket, and you get the important stuff on there. Done. Okay. Behind the ears. And what your mom always said, wash behind your ears. The rib cage, the hands, the arms. Now I got to do the legs, the feet. And again, you want to use rubber gloves with this thing because this stuff, it literally sticks to anything and everything. And so, and it's kind of messy, so that's why, you know, I like to do things out in the backyard because, you know, I don't want the wife to be mad at me. That wouldn't be a good thing, would it? There, get that there. The bones there. Down in here. And like there. Yeah. Adding a little more that I have using my finger to get the nostrils and the teeth. So look, see, look at that. Isn't that great? All right, so with this done, and you can always go back and add more or take away, because again, but once it sets up, it's dry. So, you know, if it sets up, then you're going to have to repaint the rat and do it over. Now again, this was a dollar store rat, and I think it has turned out pretty good. Here's our leg. Bring the leg in too. You can see, and this is really a poor example, but even so, take a look at how well it came out. So we got the leg, we got the mouse. We're gonna let them dry. I'm gonna get cleaned up, and then later on I will set up the ones that I've done, the skeletons and that, and you can see just how fabulous this stuff is. It works really good. Again, it is you get this at an art supply, not at Home Depot or a hardware. You gotta go to an art supply. And as you know, if you go to almost near any college, there's usually an art supply. All right, you guys have a great day, okay? All right, I will be setting that up and adding that to this clip too. I've assembled all of the skeletons that I have aged with this product. There is the rat that I did in the demo, and we're gonna look at some of the skulls I've done. These two skulls have been with me since the late 60s. These two skulls, the one on the right is actually one I haven't aged. That is one from the drugstore. And this is I would imagine, a copy of one that I got at a dollar store. And I've painted it with the gloss white and aged it with the acrylic brown, and it looks pretty good. It's not bad. So we'll go back across here, and there's a parrot, and of course the cat skeletons. There's a weenie dog skeleton, another bird. Oh, there's that funky foot that I aged in a demo. That'll probably go in the garbage. As I back out, you'll see the skeletons that I've accumulated since the mid-80s. These are all medical grade skeletons, and some of them I've bought in recent times, others I've had since the mid-80s. The little bat here hanging, those are again from the dollar store. All I did was age them. But this stuff does such a great job. And it's just cheaper than you can do it with like spray paint or other paints. There you go. All right, I hope it's been useful to you. And it's given you some ideas. It's a great product, and I endorse it highly. Till next time, this is Scary Old Pappy. Thank you for watching.